What up, y'all? Today we are installing the SpeedoDRD, which is a speedometer recalibration device from OClock Labs. It looks like this bundle of wires with this little tiny circuit board inside of a 3D printed little box that basically intercepts the signal coming from your speed sensor and says, nope, you are 12.1% off. Here's your new value, and our speedometer then reads correctly. So since we did drop a tooth in the front and went to that 14 tooth sprocket, we now need to fix it. So we're going to do that. There are two sets of connectors we need to connect, and then we will calibrate it. And that's really it. Should be a pretty quick one. The first set of connectors we are looking for is behind our left side panel. Take that off. You will then slide out your, I believe that's your ECU. I don't actually know which one of these is the ECU and which one's the fuel controller. But anyways, slide this guy out of its rubber holder. It might take a little force. You could take the full bodywork off and slide that whole thing out of there, but that seems like a whole lot of work when I can just wiggle it out. And I'm actually looking for this connector back here. Honda uses the same connector on a few things, so you're looking for the one with the pink wire, the green wire, and the white wire with a green trace. Let's see if I can get nice and close in on that. Oh, that was a big shift, sorry. This is the one here. On mine, it's actually taped to the main harness there. There's a little tab at the back, push it, and it should, oh my god, my fingers are fat, unplug just like that. And then this guy is basically intercepting in the middle between those two. I'm going to take this moment to somewhat properly fish this down. Trying to avoid, let's get back out. Trying to avoid anything that's too hot. I'm just going to follow along that main channel there. This might have been easier to run the other way, to be honest, but whatever. We're already invested in this. Come on. Come on. Hey, I see you down there. It's not where we need to be. Okay. That's what we want. Cool. And then, like I said, you're just plugging the Speedo healer plugs into the middle of those ones that you just did unplug. And this is, like I said in the intro, getting in the middle and altering that signal, that high frequency signal that's coming off of here. Come on. Of course, the first way I had it that I thought was wrong was actually correct. Cool, there we go. All right. Oh man. I'm gonna re-cable manage this. I'm actually on the bottom of this subframe when I really want to be on top of the subframe there. So I'm gonna redo that, and then I'll see you for the next connection. Fix that connection. We are, oh hi, oh hello, hello. Fix that connection, we're good to go. Ran the cable kind of under the battery box on the left hand side, and then up into this empty cubby area, which I feel like something should go here. It's such an open, like purposeful spot that I'm surprised there's nothing right there. Anyways, we're gonna put our little power control box there. The next connector we're looking for is the taillight connector, and this just provides constant power to whenever the bike's on. That means the Speedo healer, Speedo Doctor healer, that works. SpeedoDRD will get power, which is what we want it to have. Probably making some people real nervous using a knife like that. Anyway, so that is what we were trying to get. It looks like it's a black, a green with a stripe, and a green. And mine is stuck in there. What the hell? Am I just stupid? I might be stupid, y'all. No? That's the only part that moves. Oh my god, I was pushing it the wrong direction. Okay, I am officially, let me get in here. I am officially stupid. You do not push this down like I thought, you lift it up. So anyways, that is where this yellow connector is going for our power. And there's a little pass through right under there. We're going to try and get in. And this is the same as the other one where you are just robbing it straight out of the middle between the two connectors. Let's see if I have better luck plugging these ones in this time. Good there. Good there. Yep. A little tug. Okay. And then tuck it all back in. Make sure that, especially with this plastic trim piece down here, make sure that you aren't pinching anywhere or chafing anywhere. Oh, there we go. Nice and down deep there. Cool, we should be good. All right, now our thing's down in here and we are going to program. I need to go grab my instructions because it's a long sequence that I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's go do that. We're time traveling a little bit. Grom's all put together. Yeah. No. Have another beer, Spencer. No, the Grom is all put back together. Pro tip, if you're having trouble getting that controller back in, a little bit of like Windex around the rubber edges. Just make sure you don't actually get it down into the contacts. Helps it slide in much easier. Ask me how I know. Anyways, we're time traveling a bit so I can show you the setup page from 12 o'clock labs so you can figure out what your percentages is. Like I'll say in the next little clip, I used a number of 12.1, and that was primarily from actually the last video. There for a while I'm holding a speed of 51 miles an hour on the GPS, and it shows 58 on my dash. So that's what I use, but there's a couple other ways, or one other way I guess, that I'll show you up here in a second. There's probably 1,000 better ways to do this, and I'm sorry. So this is the 12 o'clock labs page. They have a calculator where you can put in your either gearing. So I went with 1538. Nope, focus there. Focus there. There we go. 1538, which is our stock. And then I went to 1438, and then a factory error of about 5% is what Honda recommends. Not recommends. Honda or DRD Labs recommends about 5%, and that seems about right. And that's about a number of like 11.7 or 11.9. Well, let's see what it spits out. Calculate 11.7 is what it says, and then it actually says what your steps would be, which is great. I actually went with the GPS version though. So like I said, I had steady speed held at 51 miles an hour on my phone using the Speedbox app, and then no, focus there. Sorry, 48 or 58 on the speed, and then you hit that calculate button. If I can find it, and that got me the one that I went with, which was 12.1%. Realistically speaking, if you're going, if you're going 11.7 to 12.1, 0.4% at less than 100 miles an hour. Let's say it was 100 miles an hour. You're at half a mile per hour difference, so it doesn't really matter. 12.1% is also convenient because you don't have to wait 10 times for that little light to blink or whatever it is. So that's what I went with. I'll show you how to do it using the actual clicks now. Bike just turned on. We got our little red and green flash, meaning it's getting the right power. We're going to hold down this button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red blinks. That puts us into percentage adjustment mode. Hold it down. We want red. That means a negative number. We're going to put 12.1%. So 1 red blink gets us our 1. 2 red blinks gets us our 2. And then 1 red blink gets us our 1. And then that orange is a confirmation that it was entered correctly. So we should be programmed. Our little doodog dongle SpeedoDRD is in. I tucked all the cables in. I need to get the ECU tucked back in and my side panel back on. And then we are actually we're not gonna try this tonight. I've been drinking. We're gonna go for a ride probably tomorrow or the next day, which, I mean, it's Thursday now. We got plenty of time before I put this episode out. So you will see me riding probably, I don't know, right about now. Let's see how close I got my offset. So GPS at about 4.9 meters. We're not gonna get going fast enough to really get the accuracy like super, but we should be able to tell if it's good enough. And main reason for that is just wind noise on the GoPro, and I don't want to blow y'all's eardrums out. So we are at my favorite spot. Keep in mind there's a little bit of a lag between GPS and this. Alright, so 19, 20, and 20. Let's turn around and try the other way. Oh my god, that wind is even louder this way. Sorry about that. Let's get back up to 20. Just try and hold at 20. 19. Oh god, stop. 20, 19, 20. I'm going to call that good enough. Okay, cool. So the number I used, I believe, was 12.1. Really 1% off at 60 miles an hour. If you want to use 11, 11 and a half, whatever, is less than 1 mile per hour. So somewhere around that number should be good. And you can always use their online calculator if you're going to a different wheel diameter, different tooth count, anything like that. Man, I'm gonna try and block the wind as much as I can. Sorry about that. That's the install. It wasn't too bad. It was a couple connectors. One was a little buried, and then the actual programming itself and hitting the little button just right in time. A little fiddly, but not too bad. Put your finger counting skills to use, I guess. Yeah, that's the install. I'm happy. It fixes your speedo problems. It fixes your odometer problems for relatively low cost, to be honest, with all things considered. Yeah, coming up soon. I alluded in the last video that we are going to potentially do exhaust, ECU, putting some monkey side pegs on and the holders for that. Well, I ordered it all. It should be here this week. Half of it's already here. Exhaust should be here on Monday. So stay tuned, and we'll get some videos of that out soon. And I'm pretty excited about that. So like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Getting real close to 500, which is huge. Never thought I'd see that. So appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you later.